listening to WNYX Radio, your home for music, news, sports, and talk. Now available on the TuneIn app and your Alexa device. You're listening to the Shakeman Show on WNYX Radio.
Me too.
This show contains adult material. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the producers, DJs, and or guests, and do not reflect the views or opinions of WNYX Radio. You're listening to The Shakeman Show.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Shaky, shaky.
When happy days seem very far, you're greater than you think you are. Yeah! You're something else, shaky. Shaky!
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
Hump day, yeah!
This program contains adult material and language. Listener discretion is advised.
Always talked about the positive aspects of the music industry, but of course the highlight has been on the excesses that have been allowed to develop as we have tried to focus our concern on those excesses.
Oh, blow me.
Since I seem to be the only person addressing this committee today who has been a direct target of accusations from the presumably responsible PMRC, I would like to use this occasion to speak on a more personal note and show just how unfair the whole concept of lyrical interpretation and judgment can be, and how many times this can amount to little more than character assassination.
Hello, this is the Voice of America. I'm George Thomas. Today we're talking about the Shakeman Show on This all started 2 months ago when I received some very upsetting emails from concerned parents. So, being the diligent reporter that I am, I had to research this show to find out just how much it was bringing down our children and young adults' moral standards. I only had to listen to one show to determine how vile these people are. Time every Wednesday. We cannot let this continue. I repeat, we cannot let this continue. The host, Shakeman, is the epitome of a shock jock. There's no subject that is untouchable. This man constantly berates his entertainment reporter because of his sexual orientation. His co-hosts, G-Man and Natasha, only add fuel to the brimstone and sulfur that spew from his mouth. This show is a prime example of how low the moral standards of America have fallen. The longer we let this go and the deeper into darkness, we will fall as a people. The Shakeman Show is one more reason this great country of ours is in the proverbial gutter. We must find a way to rise up away from this type of programming. We must band together and stop this dribble that some consider worthy radio.
Spank you, Greenwall! Spank you very much.
Are you ready?
It's showtime.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Righty then. Welcome to the Shakeman Show here on WNYX Radio. It's great to be back. It's, wow, it's another week later. Can you believe it? I thought we were just here. It is Wednesday, November the 13th, 2019.
Duh.
So we just keep getting older. Hello, Natasha. We have Natasha here with me tonight.
Uh-huh.
And Jen is floating around somewhere in the building. I think she's going to do more of her producing tonight, but she'll be in and out co-hosting as she always does. But it feels like old times. I'm here with Natasha. So let's hear it for Natasha.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's good to have you. It's been a while since we've actually co-hosted right from the beginning of the show.
Exactly. Long time.
It's good to have you back. We will do very sorry to announce that we will not have our G-Man tonight. He is under the weather tonight, and
I punched him.
You punched him in the face?
I did.
Yeah, his face was all swollen. It looked like somebody did punch him in the face.
It was an accident.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, it was an accident. He startled me. So I punched him in his face.
Yeah, he sent us he texted us a picture. He looks like Rocky Balboa from the end of the Apollo fight in the first Rocky. Except for the black eyes. He don't have any black eyes, but he's got his whole face is swollen. So G-Man won't be with us tonight, and we sent our best out to him to get a speedy recovery and get better.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll see you next week. Hey, Natasha, you heartless Russian.
I am.
You are so heartless. What is wrong with you? Oh! Sorry, that was my monitor. Keep my brain functioning. It zaps me now and then.
It zaps you up, huh?
Gives me a little zap now and then to keep the brain functioning.
It's a little disturbing.
Yeah. But anyway, we got a great show on tap for you tonight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, as you know, 2 days ago, the 11th, which was a great day to travel because there was no school buses out there on the...
It was amazing.
Out there on the streets or the roads because a lot of the schools were closed because it was Veterans Day this past Monday on the 11th. So it's 2 days later, but we always like to honor our veterans here on our show. And so I figured... since it was Veterans Day 2 days ago, that we'll celebrate a little bit of the veterans in the first half of the show tonight. I want to first off say that we thank everyone out there whoever served in the service or had family that served in the service. If you're still presently in the service or you have served your time and you're out now, whatever, we thank you for your service. We also are going to honor or pay tribute to all those who lost their lives for our freedom. So it's all in the total package of Veterans Day to our veterans that are alive and our veterans that who have passed on. So we're going to celebrate that in the first half of the show tonight. So if you have a special story, if you happen to be a veteran, you can give us a call, or if you have a war story, or even if you just served your time and your service and you want to share any stories with us, the lines are wide open tonight at 215-600-3251. If you want to give us a call, and we'll keep them lines open for the first half of the show. And if you have anything to add about Veterans Day or the service or anything that has to do with that, feel free. Or if you just want to call and say hi.
Other stuff. You can talk about other
You can call about anything. Yes, it doesn't matter. So please give us a call. We're lonely. So give us a call, 215-600-3251. Well, as you all know, Veterans Day is a federal holiday in the United States of America, of course. It is observed annually on November 11th for honoring military veterans, persons who have served in the United States Armed Forces and were discharged under conditions other than dishonorable. And it also, with other holidays, including Armistice Day.
Yes.
Wow. Remembrance Day, which are celebrated in other countries that mark the anniversary of the end of World War I. So, with bringing that point up, we want to also remember all our veterans and all that fought in that war. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are really, really old right now, or no longer with us. Even the ones that have survived. That war was a long time ago. That was back in like 1918. So the good thing about that war was it ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. How crazy is that, huh?
That could be very prophetic.
Yeah. At the urging of major U.S. veteran organizations, Armistice Day, I just said it extra, Armistice Day.
You're fine. You're fine.
There we go. Was renamed Veterans Day in 1954. Veterans Day is it's distinct from Memorial Day, a U.S. public holiday in May. Veterans Day celebrates the service of all our U.S. military veterans, while Memorial Day honors those who have died while in the military service. So it's more, Veterans Day is more of our veterans that are still alive. Memorial Day is when we celebrate most of the people that have passed on. But, Veterans Day could go either way, because it's celebrating our military no matter what. So we want to thank everybody who served or anybody whose family member lost their lives in any of the wars or in military action or anything like that. So that's what we're honoring tonight. There is also another military holiday I bet you Natasha don't know because she's Russian. Is Armed Forces Day. A U.S. remembrance that also occurs in May, which honors those currently serving in the U.S. military.
So you have like different stages of like celebration then?
Yes, we do.
Like just say thank you to all of them.
Do you have any of that when you were living in Russia? No?
No, you did it because you had to do it.
What do you mean back in the Soviet Union days?
Uh-huh.
Ah, I see.
You had to serve.
Gotcha.
Which I think should,
Yeah, we had that discussion, have we not?
Yeah.
On one of the past shows about, I remember.
You should have to serve some time.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Not maybe a full 4 years. But, yeah. I remember us talking about that, yeah. So, what else we got here? And we remember that great letter that was sent out to all the Americans back in 1919 by our U.S. president at that time, which was Woodrow Wilson.
Nobody remembers him.
No. And he sent out a great great letter out to all the people that laid down their arms in accordance with the war and all that cool stuff. It's a pretty long letter, so I'm not going to go through it because it's a real long time ago, but I just wanted to mention it, that it was a very well-written letter. Also, the United Congress adopted a resolution on June 4th, 1926, requesting that President Calvin Coolidge, what a cool name that is, huh? Calvin Coolidge.
It's okay, I don't know.
Issue annual proclamations calling for the observance of November 11th with the appropriate ceremonies. 1945, World War II. Veteran Raymond Weeks from Birmingham, Alabama, had the idea to expand Veterans Day to celebrate all the veterans, not just those who died in World War I. Weeks led to General Dwight Eisenhower, who supported the idea of National Veterans Day. And Weeks led to the first national celebration in 1947 in Sweet Home Alabama. You like that?
I do.
Okay, good.
I have a question, though.
Yeah, what's the question?
So why do the government need to tell you how to celebrate and who to celebrate on those days?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't you naturally go to a veteran and say, thank you, we appreciate your service, instead of the government telling you who you need to thank and who you don't need to thank, and you only thank those people on that holiday?
You're being really, what's the name here, ain't you?
What?
Technical.
Well, you're saying it. I don't. Someone, not in the country. Why does your government? Well, never mind. My government tells us what to do all the time. So.
Yes, your government doesn't even give you toilet paper back in the day. He's fought for toilet paper in the streets back in the 80s.
And bread.
And bread.
And milk.
Yeah.
But who needs milk when you have vodka? It's crazy.
Was it hard getting vodka?
No.
So vodka was easy to get.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
So that's why all the Russians are drunks.
We're not drunk. We know how to handle vodka. We drink vodka like Italians drink wine. All the time.
Yeah.
Little 5-year-olds doing shots.
So to answer your question, Natasha, they're not really telling you, the reason. I mean, it's pretty obvious the reason why we have Veterans Day on November 11th is I just went through that.
I know.
That it ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. Come on. How can you not have it on that day, right?
Exactly.
Right? And this happened to fall on a Monday this year, which everybody kind of really dug. People that get off for that holiday anyway. But, so they're not really telling you. They're just basically they have to put it on a certain day. But they're not telling you who the honor. If you had people in your family that died or something, or people that served, you can, of course, celebrate them or whatever. But they're just, basically just naming certain people, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So it's really hard. God bless you, my God.
Thank you.
Yeah. Until his death in 1985, President Reagan honored weeks at the White House with Presidential Citizenship Medal in 1982 as the driving force for the national holiday. Elizabeth Dole, and no, she's not the banana lady, who prepared the briefing for President Reagan, determined weeks as the father of Veterans Day. It was nice. I think it was nice I heard her to say that.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
So sweet.
Yeah. Because it is a federal holiday, some American workers and many students have Veterans Day off from work or school. I never did.
I don't recall.
I don't think I did in school or any job that I've ever had. No, I don't believe so.
You weren't that lucky, huh?
No, I guess you got to work for the government or something like that to get off, I guess. I don't know.
You mean to get off of work?
Get off of work, yes. Yeah.
You might want to finish sentence around me.
Dirty mind over there.
Of course.
Yeah. A Society for Human Resource Management poll in 2010 found that 21% of employers plan to observe the holiday in 2011.
Sure, they lie.
Non-essential federal government offices are closed. No mail is delivered. All federal workers are paid for the holiday. Those who are required to work on that holiday sometimes receive holiday pay for that day in addition to their wages. Bullshit! Once again, not any of the jobs I had paid me extra to work on Veterans Day. I worked for a lot of cheapskate companies. Just to be honest.
Yeah. You are letting everyone know that.
Well, hey, it is what it is. I did. I can't help that. But I did work for a lot of cheapskate companies. I can see there. So anyway, carrying on. So like I said, we would like to honor our veterans. Our first music block tonight will also be dedicated to the veterans, and we'll be getting to that shortly. But before we do, it is time to move on to our next segment, even though we are keeping the lines open, guys, for the first half of the show. You can talk about anything you want, but, especially if you do have any story that regards Veterans Day if you have a family member who is serving in the service now, if you have a family member that might be over there in Baghdad at the moment, if you have members that have fought in any of the wars, feel free to give us a call at 215-600-3251.
I thank you for not having me say the end.
Oh, no, I only do that with the other guy.
Because he I don't know the...
He persists to do that ending part. I would rather do it myself, but he always persists on that. So
because he's, that's what he does.
Yeah. So, did I mention once again? Send our best to G-Man.
Okay.
Except for Natasha.
No, I sent nothing to him. Nothing.
The heartless Russian does not give a shit.
Send him bottle
how
of
G-Man
warm
feel.
vodka.
Yeah, there you go. But G-Man, we're with you, man. I'm with you at least. Natasha's not, and I'm sure Jen is in some way.
Maybe that's why she's not on right now. Because she knew you were going to do this.
But it is this time of year. It's I feel like shit myself. I was a little crappy. I have my sinuses and allergies and throat hurts. And everything looks like crap. Well, thank you for that, Natasha. I appreciate it.
Of course, I can't really see
If I looked the way I felt at the moment, I probably look like shit really bad. But I guess I'm okay.
I can't see you very much.
I know. You can't see over my unit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So...
Yeah.
All right, let's carry on to our next segment that Dot wants to set up for me. She seems to want to get involved in the show again. I don't know
She's
why.
trying to tempt Kenny.
Do you think that's what it is?
I do.
Probably.
It's time for Today in Music History with the Shakeman.
Thank you, Dot. And, of course, it is this day in music history, which will be brought to you by one of our great sponsors of the show, would be Justice Rescue, which you will hear all about them shortly in our next break. So, on today in music history, back in 1963, the Bells,
of course,
recorded a television interview at Westward Television Studios in Plymouth, Devon, for a local Plymouth, Devon, maybe.
That is stupid.
Yeah. For a local teen program, Move Over Dad. Due to a large crowd of excited fans outside, the Beatles had to be smuggled from the dressing room at the ABC studios where they were scheduled to appear that night into an adjacent building, even through a tunnel to get to the Westward Studios for the interview taping. But why? Why did they have to do that? They thought they were going to get bombarded?
Yes, of course. There's so many people outside. They decide they need to get them out of the way.
Oh, I know. Everybody cares about the Beatles.
At that moment.
Yeah.
You are
not
cute.
anymore.
You're the lowest form of life on Earth.
I mean,
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I'm glad they made it safe.
Somewhere on the planet, someone was there.
Where you have a Beatles story, Natasha, you gotta have the greatest rock and roll band in the world have a story, too.
Of course.
The Rolling Stones in 1964. Decca Records released the Rolling Stones' Little Red Rooster.
That sounds kind of pervy.
It does. Written by Willie Dixon and previously recorded by Howling Wolf and Sam Cooke. The single was recorded at Chess Studios in Chicago. The single was a #1 hit in the UK and remains the only time a blues song has ever topped a UK pop chart. And I said chart.
Not tart. Of course, now I want the Pop-Tart.
Little Red Rooster.
I was thinking of Sammy Hagar.
There's the song, just a little bit of the song.
But he's the Red Rocker.
He's the Red Rocker.
Keep everything in the farm, upset in every way.
All right, you get the picture.
Oh, God.
Oh, you wanted to hear more?
No. Just so horrible.
Yeah. One of our favorite artists, Natasha, 1965, Bruce Springsteen.
Jesus Christ.
You know how much I love Bruce Springsteen. He's...
I know. It's you talk about him all the time.
Oh, and I play his music all the time.
You do.
Don't I?
It's really
I think his music's awesome.
You said awful, right?
Did I say awesome?
Awful or awesome?
I don't know. I don't remember what I said.
I hope I said awful.
I hope I said the right one.
Like what? Spaghetti?
I hope I said the right one.
You said spaghetti.
I did say spaghetti?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
That's
well, like I
that.
said, we all know many a times how much I always talked highly about Bruce Springsteen. Anyway, to
Have
Castillo.
you ever had the drink of something cold after you had the peppermint?
Yes.
Why is that so painful?
And it's painful to your throat area?
Why?
Yes, it is. Like if you chew a piece of gum.
Exactly what's in my mouth.
Yes, and then you drink some water right after you put the gum in your mouth. It is not a good combination.
Why? Why is that?
I think it's
so
the
horrible.
Yeah, I think it's just the liquid going into your throat. Kind of expands the. I'm not a scientist, so I can't really give you a scientific theory
I
on
like
it.
the fact you started with the liquid in my throat.
I know you like that.
There.
I know you like
We are
that a
good
lot.
there,
Yeah,
yes.
but it intensifies the mint, if you
Yes,
know
it
what I
does.
mean. It intensifies it and gives a burning sensation to your throat.
It does, and it makes me salivate. I have lots of drool going on in my mouth.
Really now?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that's a little TMI at the moment, but that's
well,
good.
in case I short circuit the microphone, I wanted you to know why.
Okay, why?
Because I'm drooling. Exactly.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Let's move on besides the liquid in the throat thing,
Yeah.
alright?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, what was that?
That is your throat at the moment.
Yeah. Exactly. Wow.
Okay. 1968, on November 13th, Rolling Stone Brian Jones bought Cotsford Farm in
Okay.
Sussex.
Guess that's where the Red Rooster came from.
Yeah, exactly. The author A.A. Milne, who wrote Winnie the Pooh, had owned that house before him.
He bought 1,000-acre wood.
Yep.
That's so 100. I'm sorry, it's only 100 acres.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Also
awesome.
in 1968, how about You Go?
You go where?
You go where? You go Montegro. Montegro.
Right.
Montegro. Okay, yeah, Montegro.
Grow.
You go Montegro.
What is he growing?
Was at number 1 in the UK charts with The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Soundtrack from a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western film. The first instrumental number 1 since 1963. Interesting. In 1976, Led Zeppelin scored their 7th UK number 1 with the film soundtrack double album, The Song Remains the Same.
Yes, it does.
Peaking, it does over and over.
All the time.
Peaking at number 2 in the U.S. charts, the tracks were
at what?
recorded at Madison Square Garden, New York City in
Means
1973.
it was live, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Every band live sucks.
Mm-hmm.
These recordings.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they don't suck when you're there, but you listen to live recording is bad.
Right. Hey, we got a Rod Stewart story.
God, more throat stuff. Move on.
Come again. Speaking of Rod Stewart,
Wait.
what?
There's no Elton John after this, is there?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
Because those two cannot be stories
why does that
together.
keep going on and on when I'm talking about Rod Stewart here? I get it.
Trigger.
Come again.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You blew it!
I
I'm
think
sure
he
he
did.
did.
Anyway, that's disgusting. Anyway, on this day in 1976, Rod Stewart started an 8-week run at number 1 in the U.S. single charts with Tonight's the Night. It was Rod's second U.S. number 1. It made
Tonight's
number.
the night I'm gonna do it.
I got it. After banned by many radio stations due to a song being about the seduction of a virgin.
I'm gonna talk to Tommy.
Or in a seduction of like 10 guys. Anyway, the song features whispers from actress Britt Eklund, who was Stewart's girlfriend at the time.
Right.
So
what'd she do? Just do his hair?
I guess so, yeah. He always had like just getting out of bed hair every time you saw him.
But that's convenient.
Yeah, I
You don't have
guess.
to do nothing.
Yeah, he just had the,
Stand upside down, swallow a couple things, and, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Tonight, you pukes will sleep with your rifle. You will give your rifle a girl's name, because this is the only pussy you people are going to get.
I love him.
Oh, man. Telling it like it is on there, huh? 1976, November the 13th, the Sex Pistols. The Melody Maker announced UK dates for the first major punk tour with the Sex Pistols and the Ramones co-headlining.
You said medley.
I did.
I don't think medley and Sex Pistols go together.
No, it's not.
Medley is like, merry melodies.
You're right. I did say the wrong word. It is melody. The Melody Maker.
But that's what I'm saying, melody.
Yeah.
It does not sound right with Sex Pistols and Ramones.
No, it does not. You're correct on that. But they both co-headlined along with the Talking Heads.
Great. Heads.
The Vibrators.
Hey.
And Chris Spedding. The 14-date tour.
That was porn, right?
Yeah, which was due.
Sex Pistols, the Vibrator.
Yeah, it all fits in.
Guy named Ramon.
Yeah. Doesn't that all just like fit in?
Eventually.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
It
Yeah.
will fit.
Finish him.
Exactly.
The 14-date tour, which was due to start in Newcastle City Hall on November 29th,
That's a long porn.
never took place. What a shock.
That's a shame.
I wonder what stopped that. U2.
What?
U2.
What did I do?
Oh, the band.
Oh.
U2 kicked off a 23-date North American October tour at JB Scott's in Albany, New York on this day.
So U2 is not the one who killed himself with the rope.
No.
U2 is what? The Bono?
What do you mean killed himself with a rope? Are you speaking?
The In Excess guy.
Oh, that dude.
That's where he's from.
Oh, you're getting him mixed up with Bono?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's a big mix-up.
Same. Well, not really. They're both jack-offs.
Yeah.
So one just jacks off in the closet, the other one does it with his mouth.
Oh, man. I can't believe you just said that.
What?
They're both jack-offs.
What do you want me to call them?
Oh, man.
They are? Yes? You play disclaimer, right?
Okay. It's nothing to do with the disclaimer. You got me off guard on that one.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
You find that word amusing?
yeah, no, it's just the way you just just went off on them two. It's like, wow.
I got confused.
Uh-huh.
The boner and the guy who's in the closet jacking off
Yeah, a little bit.
and dying because he doesn't know how to stop.
Linguist, but I'm a master debater.
Rod is back in again.
Oh, in and out.
Exactly. In 1990.
Actually, never out, was he?
No,
not really.
Not really, no. 1990, Rod Stewart, Patricia Bolton.
Wait a minute, that's not Rod.
Well, she filed a lawsuit against Rod.
Because she doesn't have a penis.
Exactly. And claiming that a football he kicked into the crowd during a concert at Pine Knob Music Theater.
Pine Knob?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's Pine Knob.
It's always something.
I kid you not. It's exactly what this says right here.
Pine Knob.
Pine Knob.
She got the football to the face like Jan Brady.
Yeah.
From Rod Stewart
at Pine
Knob.
Pine Knob.
Yes, polish the knob.
Music studios had ruptured. She had ruptured a tendon in her middle finger, and as a result, the injury made.
She shouldn't have had her finger up there.
Exactly, and as a result, the injury had made sex between her and her husband really difficult.
Wait a minute, I don't understand why. No, wait, I do. Never mind.
You do?
I do.
Well, What's it got to do with HJs or what? That's the only thing I can think of. How could it affect her any way than her performing an HJ on her husband?
So yeah, it's called a prostate exam. I can see that being a bothersome thing.
Oh,
but
man.
it's yeah. That's ridiculous.
That is. That's kind of ridiculous. It doesn't say anything here if she won the case or anything like that.
That's like Bret Michaels crashing his Trans Am and only breaking his thumb.
Yeah.
Where was your thumb?
Mm-hmm.
People disturb me when they break one finger.
I know. It's really crazy.
I don't know what they're doing.
1999, the Spice Girls.
There's a reason you said that?
We are sexy. We are sexy bitches. Yeah.
Hell no.
I'd rather watch Fat Bastard and Austin Powers do a full frontal striptease than watch the Spice Girls.
Oh.
Because really, what would you see with Fat Bastard?
Yeah, exactly. A report showed that the Spice Girls were the highest earners in pop during the 1990s with their debut album Spice, selling over 20 million copies.
How original.
Guess who was in second with $14 million in sales?
New Kids.
Right behind them.
New Kids.
Close, because they're in the same vein. Nah.
Go ahead.
They're in the same vein.
Uh-huh.
No, it was Elton John, matter of fact, for The Lion King.
What do you mean? It's not even same.
Yeah.
Well, wait, they both like men, so yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Spice Girls do like men.
Yeah, who knows?
Isn't it one of them? No, that was a different group.
I don't know anything about the Spice Girls, to be honest with you. Not one damn thing.
I know Eminem wanted to impregnate one of them.
Really?
Is in one of his rights.
Did he accomplish his feat?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't think any of them would want to be with him. Ugh.
It's just white trailer park trash. What do you want?
I think I got a response to one of them responding to him wanting to impregnate one of them.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
He might. He might.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. On November the 13th, 2000, the freaking Beatles even got to get involved in the 2000s. The Beatles launched their first official website, thebeatles.com. The site went live on that same
Wait a minute,
day.
in 2000, they were just opening a website?
Well, back in the back in the day, we didn't really have the internet. We didn't have computers. It just took us quite a long time, way after our bloody career, to actually come up with a website. Thanks, Paul. Sir Paul.
Syrup?
Syrup, Paul. Yeah.
You said syrup, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Holy Moses.
I know you know Simon Cowell, right?
Yes, he's the obnoxious guy.
Yeah, the guy from...
Most obnoxious on the planet.
Yeah, where did he get his start at? Wasn't American Idol, right? Was it American Idol?
Yeah.
He got his start, and then he moved on, and he's doing his own thing now?
I'm sure he was doing something before that, but...
Yeah. Well, he was named Show Business Personality of the Year by the Variety Club on November 13th, 2005. It was of the Show Business Charity Annual Awards show in London. Katie Malou won Recording Artist of the Year at the event, hosted by singer Marlene Klaas. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know, Sharon Osbourne had a tit for tat in the news with Simon Cowell.
Did she really?
She says his teeth is too big.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's what she said?
His teeth is a bit too big. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so messed up.
I don't...
I can't believe she said that.
Like, what are you, 5?
Well, let me take that back. I do believe she said that.
But you're like, what, 5? that that you want to say, "Oh, your teeth are too big."
Yeah, your teeth are too big, man.
That's the only thing you got for him, huh?
Yeah, that.
Not the fact that he's a douche.
Yeah, bring a little bit more to the table, will you, Sharon? That was weak. I was so freaking weak.
You're the Queen of Darkness.
I know.
Come on now, you control Ozzy Osbourne.
Wow.
And all you can come up with is tooth.
Yeah.
You know what it is? She probably saw Bucky and just stuck with it.
You want to see teeth? You Sammy Cow and Gary Busey ain't got nothing on Bucky. Oh my God, he is all teeth.
She said his clothes are too baggy.
Wow, she's like
She's snotty.
Yeah, she's all over him, ain't she?
I think she wants to do him.
I think so too. I think she's getting tired of Ozzy. Who was she hitting on on that other story we were talking about a month or two back? She was hitting on, remember?
Can't remember who it was.
Yeah, she was trying to hit on somebody, and oh, I love him.
She was trying to get somebody younger.
Can I watch? I got nothing else to do.
Ozzy would tell her to, yeah, you go ahead. I'm going to go get my hair blown.
Yeah.
Blow dried. Yes.
Oh, exactly.
Blow dried. I'll be back later.
Yeah.
Oh, Ozzy, can I just suck him off? That's all. I don't want to do anything else.
She should, because she probably doesn't do Ozzy.
It'll take him about 10 minutes to get an answer out there, but yeah.
Wonder if he does that during sex.
I don't think he has sex anymore.
Why not?
With Sharon? He's on so many...
Why don't you think so?
He's on so many pills. I don't think he's... is he even comatose?
He's okay.
Is he in a comatose state? Is he...
He's okay.
You sure?
Yeah. He's recovering.
You think he could still, do the deed or
It's
what?
a little prostate stimulation, I suppose so.
I mean, I would think that she would have to do something to get the... get it going.
She has to wear a pink tutu, wear a unicorn hat, and spin on a left foot to get even her eyes, right?
I would think so.
But that's, I wouldn't give it.
Sharon,
ask her to wear a cheerleader outfit.
Wear that lingerie with the combat boots. I like that.
There you go. Whoa! Gets to my brain. What the hell?
Oh, God. Sorry, I just had a thought.
Oh, no. What?
Oh, man. Ugh.
What?
I just had the thought of what Ozzy just said. Oh.
Why did you imagine that?
I just imagine Sharon in lingerie with combat boots.
Like
on.
what kind of lingerie? We're talking like old lady stuff where you have the little...
Excuse me, Natasha. Okay, I'm back.
Little black bra and sheer, like, little baby doll skirt.
That's like a weird combination, lingerie with combat boots.
Well, I got a thing with a towel and combat boots.
Yeah, I heard.
That's going around.
I would say, yeah.
It's a very interesting concept, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, Natasha, can you believe it? It's time for our first break already.
What are you talking about?
Wow, we're almost in the 8 o'clock hour, which means
7.
A 7 o'clock hour. There I am looking at that clock up there again.
Stop looking up there. We're gonna leave early.
Are you still looking at that clock up there that has not been turned back yet? It has not been turned back.
Who's gonna do it? I mean, the tallest man here can't do it.
I know. He said he couldn't reach it.
And
there's no ladder.
Else is taller.
There's no ladder. These chairs are not set up to stand on. So yeah, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do about that. But anyway, that does it for our This Day in Music History. It is brought to you by Justice Rescue, and a little bit more about our sponsor right here that's going to take us into our break. So stick around. We got a lot more to go here on the show. We're going to talk a little bit more about Veterans Day and the military, and we're even going to get to top war pictures, war movies that were out back in the day. Was you ever into war movies, Natasha?
Of course.
Yeah. So
It's
we're
like
gonna
porn for me.
we're gonna name some of the top war movies that came out in a day. I'm gonna tell you some of my favorites. Natasha will tell you some of hers, and if you have any of your favorites, you can